Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. And we'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, a group with a lot to prove here today, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff. A group with a whole lot to prove here today. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the grab. Goes down after making the grab. That's not going to be enough for a first down.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He pulls in the catch. Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
First and 10 play coming up. Single back, takes the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Caught for a completion. Where was the defense on that play? Big play across midfield, they'll spot it near the 36.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Here's a target, and it's complete. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone. They run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback drops back. Makes the catch. It's Knox. Finding space at the 20. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Looking for a gap, it's Baxter. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Boy, the script that this offensive coordinator's put together to open this game is perfect. We've seen a little bit of everything. Varying formations, personnel groupings, run, pass, and it's working to perfection. Now, as they move the ball into the red zone area, can they put this ball into the end zone?
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
On the double.
Defense getting very heavy here, looking to stuff the run.
Lasso.
Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Okay, ready?
See what they can do here. 3rd down and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, what a great job by this defense. They have really tightened things up here inside the 10-yard line. Seems like they're almost daring the offense to go for it here on 4th down. Let's see what the decision is.
So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. This is going to be a 21-yard chip shot. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25.
Ready?
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down.
Get set. Get set.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice game. They're getting closer to the 50.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
One play, and they're already past the 40. 1st and 10. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Got it.
1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
Cricket.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
Okay.
That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling.
3:25.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First down, looking to throw the ball. Dump off caught by the running back. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and a loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quick pass, the catch is made. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down.
29 Philly.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's escaping the pocket now. And the pass is complete to the tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
My goodness, this defense has got to do a much better job of getting pressure on this quarterback. It's third down, and you're going to give the quarterback that much time? Plenty of time. Finds his target. Nice big gain and a first down.
He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. First and goal, they'll try to run it in.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
See if they can convert the point after. PAT makes the score 7-3. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wide out. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give the receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch in bounds, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Running out of time in the pocket. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. And the punt team now on to kick it away.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Runner with an impressive spin move there. So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43.
Spider.
They'll run it from the gun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43.
42 Spider.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Second down after that previous play. Takes the handoff again. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the first down.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. So now from the 27, the offense faces a 3rd and short. How aggressive will they play it? Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's an out route, the catch made. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
There's a 1st and 10 play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Running toward the end zone, but the defense forces a fumble. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
Well, anytime the quarterback takes off and improvises, there's always the risk that the ball goes on the ground. He does a nice job of going off script, trying to create to make something, anything happen, but he doesn't take care of the ball, and the defense does a nice job of swatting the ball away.
All right, so it's 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line. A dangerous place on the field. Are they going to run the ball to get some breathing room or be more aggressive? Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. And the quarterback dropping back. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
It's a good job by the defense here on this 3rd down, and now it's going to bring up a big 4th down play and a decision here for the head coach.
3rd down try fails, and they'll punt it. And the ball is away from his own end zone. Running it back, it's Fields. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Ready.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. It's a quick grab. Finding space at the 20. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
The defense now backed up in their own red zone. Movement at the 2nd level of the defense now. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Incomplete with 4 seconds remaining. Time for just one more play.
Man, I love to see linebackers in today's game. They're physical enough to be able to be in the box and defend the run because that's their main primary job. But here you can see the athletic ability to be in man coverage and be able to make a play and knock the ball away.
So it's 3rd down, but out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to add 3 points before halftime. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. No problem. Knocks it right through.
Now, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Physical run, breaks through a tackle. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First down here for this offense.
Easy. Ready.
And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. The pocket breaking down. Breaks loose at the 40. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. They'll hand it off. Fighting off the defender. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Now it's second down here. Out of the shotgun, you'll hand it off. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
Kick is up and no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
The 57-yard field goal miss. The offense sets up around the 40. Here comes the flea flicker. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Second down play coming up. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got his man open downfield. Out of bounds after a nice gain. Finally, a positive play from this offense.
4 verticals is a tough scheme to defend, especially if you do not get pressure on the quarterback. He's able to sit back, read the safeties, find the open man, and deliver the football. Huge gain by the offense.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And he'll set up to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
On third down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Incomplete for a third straight play.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. The attempt is no good. He missed it. And after the miss, still down by 7.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And they begin the drive here, set up at the 30. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. Important second down play coming up.
42 Spider.
Give it to the back again. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Pressure is coming. They chase him down and tried to run for it, but it'll bring up fourth down.
This is a nice job here by this defense on third down. They take away all the options downfield, and they recognize the quarterback scramble. He almost comes up with his first down, but they keep him short to set up this fourth down.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackled across midfield at the 48. Good enough for a first down.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on fourth down. What's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on fourth down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
It's a first and 10 play coming up for the offense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Snags the quick throw. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Defense is coming after him. Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a second down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And that is no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss.
Chris, you and I were on the field in warm-ups. We saw this guy hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and actually went over. So we know that he has the leg to make this kick. I just don't think he got enough on it.
Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play. After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes a spectacular diving catch.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. And how about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. From the shotgun, drops back. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking to scramble. Oh, and it's incomplete, and the drive ends right there.
Man, I understand here. We're in a one-possession game, and you got a chance to potentially keep this drive alive and get points on the board. But to not come up with that conversion is a big gut punch to come up empty on that drive.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down.
Here we go.
Use the running game to chew on this clock now. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the 4th quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Finding space at the 20. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
The shotgun handoff here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that first down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is third down. What do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? He's stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. And that one is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead. They've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Britton can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Lets it go quickly. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's everything you could hope for here for an offense. They make a nice completion here. The thing that really stood out to me, your 4th quarter, late in the game, the clock is essential. Get out of bounds when you can. Get a first down when you can. He does both here to set up the offense here nicely.
They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. First down, looking to throw the football. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up 2nd down. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. They stop the clock with a timeout, 9 seconds remaining. Got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot.
And just like that, Chris, we got a touchdown here, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead. Unbelievable to watch this quarterback and this offense work.
But they still need this crucial PAT to tie the game. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime.
Here we go.
Here comes a handoff. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. Handoff to the back. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Ball handed off. Makes the defender miss. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. That's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. It's a touchdown as they jump on top here in overtime. Sam Van Cunningham, Bo Jackson, that's a play that legendary running backs have made.
Man, let's not forget Herschel Walker. Yeah, it's right. You're thinking of old school running backs. It's very rare to see backs go up and over at the goal line. It's refreshing. Nice to see.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Now the offense will spend a timeout to get everybody organized. Can't afford a mistake at this moment. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. They're going to run the option. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. He takes it into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The pass rush closing in. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So a challenging 3rd down play. They need a 1st down or a touchdown to keep this game going. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Man, this pass rush has gotten home so many times. As an offense, I know you're down, but you gotta try to mix it up. Maybe roll the quarterback out. Have your backs and tight ends chip at the line. Anything they can do, because what they've done up to this point, it's just not working.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Contact as he threw it. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.